This week, we see the increasing difference between the rebellion and the Union. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, are involved in the course of this conflict. From the manufacturers of shot and shell, to commanders, be they confident or cowards. The difference between Davis's lot and Lincoln's is not just a simple numerical, but of character. The strength of the nation comes from its citizens, and its citizens' strength comes from the nation. Starting with Sherman, his troops occupy Fayetteville, North Carolina, accomplishing his goals for Phase 2 of the campaign. He has failed to keep General Johnston's Confederate command divided, but still he has the rebels outnumbered and outgunned. Wishing to add to his advantage, he sends word to General Schofield outside Wilmington to make the assault a two-pronged attack. The 15th, Sherman again begins his advance, moving out from Fayetteville towards Goldsboro. They soon come across their first real opposition in weeks, General Hardee's force. With around 6,000 graves blocking the road, Major General Henry Slocum's wing has battle before them. General Alpheus Williams and his 20th Corps start the battle, pushing back skirmishers but are counterattacked. They rally and break through the left flank, forcing Hardee to pull back. Another flanking attack, this time on the right under General Jefferson C. Davis, fails to destroy Hardee, but by the end of the 16th, it becomes increasingly clear the rebels have lost, and they surrender the field. Just to pay due respect to a fellow insane Civil War man to others, the 14th is the Battle of Newton. Some mad lads have made this small skirmish their life's work. It's an incredibly small engagement and has no major consequences, but if you enjoy meticulous work on incredibly small subjects, check it out. Seriously, the Wikipedia page alone is incredibly well sourced. To the Valley! General Sheridan is moving to link up with General Grant and General Meade. He skirmishes with irregular rebels along the way, most notably at South Anna Bridge, but nothing can stop his advance. All the way south to Alabama, we see action as Major General Edward Richard Sprague Canby begins to move his gigantic force of 32,000 men against Confederate Brigadier Randall L. Gibson's 2,800. Is it any wonder that with that numerical difference, Davis is desperate for manpower? The 13th, Congress finally sends him a bill which he immediately signs allowing for black soldiers. This is a voluntary program for slave owners. While not explicitly stated, the assumption is that those who join will be freed after the present hostility. Now this is a gigantic change, but more is needed, and Davis requests the Confederate Congress stay in session for
further and more energetic legislation.
Congress takes this as the insult it is, and deny their insufficient action.
Nothing is more desirable than concord and cordial cooperation between all departments of government. Hence your committee regret that the executive deemed it necessary to transmit to Congress a message so well calculated to excite discord and dissension.
It's clear Davis won't have support for his other ideas of changing draft laws, changing taxes, or further suspending habeas corpus. The Confederate president then receives a letter from his right-hand man, General Lee.
The greatest calamity that can befall us is the destruction of our armies. If they can be maintained, we may recover from our reverses. But if lost, we have no resource.
Lee's army is all that stands between the Confederacy and Grant's fury. Davis is fully aware of what happens when the military falls. President Lincoln is having a much easier go. First, he is able to increase manpower, amnesty for deserters who return in the next 60 days, and the Senate works with him to appoint his secretary, John Nicolay, as counsel to Paris. With that, the Senate adjourns from their special session, leaving Lincoln alone. In a speech before the 140th Indiana, he delivers one of his most famous quips.
Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally.
Sickles time, boat. That's where the week ends, and it ends with a clear sign of the character difference. Lincoln's administration is no stranger to political pettiness. And if Vice President Johnson's drunkenness is anything to go by, we will see a lot more conflict in the future. But unlike Davis, Lincoln is able to rally when the times are dire and bring together his opponents to do what needs to be done. Davis can't. The Union is united no matter what Richmond wishes. Hello, I'm Jonathan Teagan, the entire Civil War Week by Week team, and this is going to be a little bit longer of an outro than I usually do. The series is coming to an end soon. I'm actually keeping the exact last week close to my chest, but the title will let you know. I have been able to say hello and report to you about every single week, minus one when Gettysburg took a little bit longer. From 28 seconds to basically a feature-length film, I have had the absolute honor and privilege to be listened to. I know it's customary for YouTubers to at the end of the video thank everyone who has helped them get there, but I hope you can tell that I really am honored that you've watched. I really do hope to see you guys to the end. This has been a once in a lifetime opportunity. Maybe once in, well, I might be the entire Civil War week by week team, but the amount you guys have helped me get through this series is more than I could convey. Thank you.